Kevin. How are you?
Hello Nurul, I'm fine.
Nice to see you on this screen. You know what? I'm very happy because you are my partner in this debate assignment today.
Yes, I'm really
Thank you,
happy too
Kevin.
that you are my partner today.
Okay. Now we have a motion that is about all countries should have the right to have nuclear weapons. Am I right?
Yes, Nurul.
Yeah, okay. Now I want to share about my argument. I'm in government side about this. So here it is. Nuclear weapons can be a barrier to large-scale conflict. As we know so far, nuclear weapons are weapons of mass destruction whose impact can be very detrimental if used. Not only the destructive impact of the explosion, but also the after effect of harmful radiation from the weapons. However, what we consider dangerous doesn't mean that it has no positive impact on the whole. One of them is a barrier to major conflict. With the existence of this weapon in several countries, they will think again if they want to attack the countries, considering that the destructive impact cause not only affect one party, but all of them. That is why some countries prefer diplomacy to resolve conflicts rather than using nuclear weapons. I think this is the reason. This statement is supported by the fact that nuclear weapons are claimed to have success in stopping World War II and are believed to have success in maintaining world peace since they were used in 1945. The claim that nuclear weapons' success in stopping World War II is based on the post-war argument of the United States United States government that Japan would not immediately surrender if nuclear weapons were not used and that defeating Japan through invasion would lead to more victims. Through the statement and evidence that I convey, Kevin, I sided with the government to give the right to all countries to have nuclear weapons, which aim to become a barrier to major conflict between countries. That is about my argument. What do you think? Have you think same with me?
For me, I'm not in the same. I'm in opposition side for this argument. Now I'm gonna give you my argument about this motion. Giving all states the right to have nuclear weapon is a terrible decision. Nuclear weapons are the most destructive weapons ever developed. If it is used wrongly or for crimes, its destructive power can make a country instantly disappear. The radiation that the nuclear weapon let out after the explosion makes the country cannot be occupied by the citizen for a couple of years. Even though nuclear weapons have the power to stop the war and makes another country afraid to attack, but we cannot hide the fact that the nuclear weapons can be used to start the war or used to terrorize another country that didn't have a nuclear weapon. Nuclear weapons are intrinsically dangerous and pose an unparalleled threat to the very existence of humankind. They do not enhance a country's security, but rather imperil the survival of all nations, which should be the point of departure of nuclear disarmament effort. The right to possess this weapon is an issue of serious contention in the international community. In World War II, the United States of America used nuclear weapons to stop the war. But on the other hand, the casualty of the war was massive. The nuclear weapon destroyed Nagasaki and Hiroshima completely and almost killed everyone in those cities. Scientists continue to discover new lethal effects of nuclear war, so it is hard to be confident that we now know them all. First, the radiation risks were underestimated. Victims in the US have received over 2 billion in compensation for radiation exposure that resulted from nuclear testing and uranium handling. Then it was discovered that the electromagnetic pulse from a high altitude detonation could potentially damage electronic and power grids across thousands of kilometers. A 1979 report by the US government estimated that all war would kill 28% to 88% of Americans and 22% to 50% of Soviets. It's around 150 or 150 million people with today populations. But this was before the risk of nuclear winter was discovered in the 1980s. So, according to all the reason and the evidence that I found, it is better to not give the right to have nuclear weapons to any country because of how dangerous it is and the risk of World War III happening if it fall to the wrong hand. So that's all for my argument.
Okay.
How do you think, Nurul?
I'm not same with you. I'm still with government side, but it's okay. We have our argument, right? So
Yes.
thank you, Kevin, because you want to be my partner in this debate. Okay.
Thank you to Nurul for become my partner.
Thank you, Kevin. See you and I see you on next debate. I think I said, do you want to be my partner again?
Okay, let's go. I'm done with it. Let's become partner again in the next debate.
Okay, let's go.